be super fun to do some videos about things, my favorite things I use in the kitchen, just so that we can get to learn to know each other. And so today I'm going to start with 6 things that I use in the kitchen that has made cooking gluten-free easier. And the first thing that I actually started with was Pamela's pancake and baking mix. And none of these products are sponsored. I've been using them for years, and it's just me sharing what I use on a daily basis with you. So hopefully it's helpful. You can get ideas from. Anyway, so this is the first product I actually found that I really loved, and I use it in a lot of different ways, and I'll cover that in a different video. But for now, I just wanted to share that this is one of the items that I use in my gluten-free kitchen. The next item that I haven't been using as long is Bob's Red Mill 1-to-1 baking flour, and I really like this. Some of these products, I've been gluten-free for many years. I mean, not strictly gluten-free, but I feel a lot better if I eat gluten-free. So I have over the years adapted a lot of things to be gluten-free, and some of these products have made my life a lot easier as far as making it taste better. So some of these products you will see over and over again in some of the baking videos that I do, and the things that I use. So I just wanted to share these right offhand with you. The next product is blanched almond flour, and I have also used just the regular almond flour that is not blanched. As you can see, there's a big difference with the milled almonds and the blanched almonds. They're a lot different colors. So when I'm making pastries, the blanched almonds work a lot better because of the color. The color turns out a lot better. So that is why I like to use the blanched almonds. And it has a lighter flavor. When you use just the whole almond, it gives it a more of a stronger flavor. And sometimes I made some filled cookies over the holidays, and I ran out of blanched almond flour, so I used this, and it just didn't quite taste as good. So there are some things I don't mind using the whole almond meal flour for, but then there are some things that I definitely prefer using the blanched almond flour for. So another thing that I've actually just recently started using this, and Mom had a whole bunch in her freezer, and so I was like, well, how do I use this? Is it even gluten-free? And I found out it actually is gluten-free. And buckwheat flour. So this is a really dark flour. So it works great if you're making something that is dark. I actually experimented making buckwheat flour noodles. The flavor actually tastes really good, and it's just really dark. So, you know, like to make mac and cheese, it probably doesn't look aesthetically pleasing, but it actually tastes really good. So, and I also tried to make some buckwheat porridge. I just put buckwheat in water in a pan, and then added some buckwheat flour and cooked it till it was thick. And I wanted to experiment to see, you know, how hard it would get, and just to kind of gauge, you know, how to use it in the future. And so I just made some buckwheat porridge, water and buckwheat flour, and So I ate some hot. It was so good. I put a little cream and butter in it, and or um, sugar, or well, I use raw sugar or a little bit of sweetener, whatever you feel like using. And it was so good. And then I let it set for several hours to let it cool off to see how gelled up it would get. It did not gel up at all. So I know it is not gluing my insides together. So that's definitely a thumbs up. Another thing that I use a lot is chia seeds. Chia seeds can be used, you can grind chia seeds up like in a coffee grinder to make it into powder and use it to thicken sauces and gravies and things like that. It can actually be an egg replacement in recipes, in some recipes, not all recipes. And you can make a chia seed pudding, which is absolutely fabulous. So this is another important ingredient in my kitchen. And then eggs. These, I definitely prefer farm eggs. These I get from my neighbor. They are nice and big. They're not always this big, but at this time of year they are. She does a great job with her chickens. Her chickens are happy, so I like getting eggs from her. So when you're not using gluten, sometimes you need something to, because gluten is the binder in recipes and breads and different things. So if you're not using gluten, then you need to use something that will be a binder in your recipe. And eggs can be a great binder for your recipes. So those are the 6 things that I like to use, or that have made my gluten-free recipes better and have given me the courage to make gluten-free pastries and baked items. Anyway, so that's a little about me. I would love to hear about items that are important to you in your kitchen that make your life simpler and make sure food just really tastes great. See you next time.